All right, Texas has no chill. Even when it's 88, the heat index is still 98. So 11 a.m. in the morning, Sunday. All right, this is Steve, 1,000-year home. So yesterday the storm came up and shut me down from doing some logging. So real close to having the inside of my house done, and the next, I don't know, done is an exaggeration, the power and making it livable the next 3 weeks, let's say. So I've been working on the outside because I'm concerned about, which is only a month away, is when the rains come here in Texas, historically, if they come this year at all. So I finished this header piece on top of it. You see I have flashing. I need to glue down these side pieces. I've already gotten some rain in here and this works. This particular thing I ordered in some fiberglass, and I'm going to fiberglass first I'll bolt the piece on here of wood, and then I'll fiberglass a little beveled round edge down to the board here, just so the water comes and follows down, and eventually it'll have earth bags around it. I ordered some decorative stars here, and I see that they sent me the wrong size, knowing they sent me the wrong size. And it wasn't one-day shipment. That's what I hate about Prime. It ends up it's coming right from the factories in China when it said it was Prime one day. So I don't know. When they get them in, I'll take a look at them. But I doubt they're going to work for me. So that one I tried to muscle up already, the header on there, and it was just too much weight for me. So I'm going to have to put a snatch block on it and pull the header up just so I don't get hurt. This one I'm going to work on. I'm going to take these 4x that are here, and I'm going to shift one of those 4x over here, and I'm going to use them in this channel because they fit. And then taking a look at, and I got the header on there, and then you can't really see, but let me climb up. This is working really well. It's just a rain diverter. So when it rains, the rain comes off the roof at all points, and it wraps around and comes down. Now, I used to have a gutter on there taped on with magnets and duct tape, and it worked fine. I took it down. It did not blow down. But this is one way that I'm managing a rain diverter. I've got a little underneath this piece of aluminum tape. I've got a cedar board, and then the rain comes and hits and follows this channel. I'm just going to run the rain away from that one down there. I just tried the aluminum tape and some caulk, but I'm happier with this because I'll be able to pull it up when I'm done. I'm letting those clamps, once they're done curing, I'll pull that piece of 4x4 off and those clamps. Finish tacking that sheet metal around there. Feel good about that. So it's still too hot to touch. I don't know what the temperature is. I'll go down and get the heat gun and we'll find out together. All right, through the laws of convection, let's find out what this is. Can we see here? 143 degrees. Oh my God. No. God dog it. All right, well, let's look here. We're the 118. So now I used to have this foil here. That's that 105. So 40 degree drop where I have the foil. So I used to have the foil on the top, breaking the heat off. But my the tarp that I had that was holding the foil on place, in fact, right there's the foil. Let me rotate. That all used to be on the top. And the tarp that was holding it was a Harbor Freight tarp. Could not handle the solar load. I thought I'd get a quarter out of it, 3 months. I got less than 30 days, and that tarp was rotted and had blown off. The solar energy had destroyed it. So 143. God, dog, that's why I'm not working inside. Oh, man. But you saw the sides, even that one that's in full in the sun was 105. That's I saw 157 someplace in here. The sun was just right. Too hot to touch. So, and it's 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Come on now, Mother Nature. I got a house to build here. Okay, well, I got to keep on it. If I put a big AC unit in here, what would happen is it would sweat. and then I'd end up with water dropping on all of my equipment at night. So I get it buttoned up before the evening so that the cool evening air doesn't come in here and create a condensation problem for me inside the container. And so I guess I'm going to keep working on the outside and waterproofing this thing. But they get too hot for me to do that. But still, that's a great design. I've already outlined it before, and I'll touch on it again. And once I wrap them up, even this one, which isn't done, I don't have the fiberglass there. It really stops the rain. That's once I get the header in there, it'll do it. Too heavy. And then those I'm going to use 6x6s on the outside. What I can do is I can cut the boards that I need for the side. I've decided that I'm going to add maybe a 6x6 here on both sides of the door. So maybe I'll get up the sawmill and I'll fire that up today. Well, this is still in the shade, so I've still got, 88 maybe in the shade, maybe 90 in the shade, but I can't do the 143, gang. I just can't do that. Let me set this up while I unwrap it. Well, let's see. I've got a lot of video on me building these headers, so I'm going to have to start putting it together. It's going to be more than just one part. The heat is what keeps me away. As soon as it's too hot to touch that metal, I can't drill on it. I can't work with it. I guess I could with gloves, but it radiates, right? Convection radiates the heat off back to me. So it's quite a heat load that's hitting this whole body. And I think 147, 153, that's just a bit too much for me. So what I've decided to do, I'm in the shade, I have a cedar tree, a juniper. I'm going to cut that cedar log as best as I can like this. And then I decided I'll probably quarter it down the middle. And then wherever the bark runs out, I'll just use a spoke shave that bark off. Again, that would be fine structurally. You're talking hundreds of tons that a tree can be loaded with. But in this particular case, because I've already got the Conex, I'm just using the wood to pull the Conex straight and flush. And even if it's got a little wobble, I'm going to use earth bag around it. So a little wobble gives it an earthy feel. But I'm going to cut that log for the door because I'm trying to put a water seal around the door. So we'll see how far I go. I might put it on stop motion because this will take a little while. And then I'll turn off that screen and save my camera. The cameras overheat. So I've got to baby the cameras too. Baby me. All right.
Well, here's the stop motion of me trying to get a 8-inch log through there. I'm just trying to shave the edge off, and I get close. I get close on that old bandsaw. I get halfway down, and then when it hits the meat of the log, the little bandsaw just doesn't have enough juice. So I abandon that and have to move on. But thus my log mill, I need more horsepower. Yeah, and in the upcoming clip, the wind blows down my camera and look, destroys my focus.
All right, well, you saw in the stop
Apologize for
motion
this
that
focus.
that poor little bandsaw did not have enough juice to make it all the way through that 8-inch log, which is unfortunate because it was cutting a nice fine edge there when you take a look at it. Put this wedge in there. Looky there. But, cutting 2 inches at the start versus cutting a full 8 inches halfway down is a big deal. And just didn't have enough juice, and it won't ever have enough juice. And I could use that bandsaw for finish work, but I could not use that bandsaw to rough cut lumber. I was hoping. So now I'm back to chainsaw milling, and I don't chainsaw mill straight enough, all 4 sides of a log. It just doesn't please me. So I'm going to do this one with screwing my guide log on the top, board on the top, and see how I work it out. But I sure wish that I would have had a little mill. Those big ones are just too much money for what I'm trying to get done here, and the small ones don't have enough juice. And so this is going to be manual, which sucks because it's over 100 degrees in heat index, and the batteries don't last a long time. I don't last a long time, so I'm going to call it quits for now and then set this back up with my fork truck right here in the shade and finish cutting that side and getting this board square. I get it squared, I might try to run it down that table saw and split it in two get twice the work done. We'll find out. So we'll find out. Yeah, I'll start putting these videos up on doing the headers and outside. This piece is a door, inside door piece though. This is a piece that the bandsaw gave up on. So I put that board on there and milled it. And if I had a planer, you know, I could plane that square. So my question is, now put pause, is whether or not I'll leave that live edge there so people know I hand cut that. All right. Poor little board's not going to be straight when I get done with it, is it? I nicked it all up this time. The chain sticks out a little farther than the bar, so it nibbles at that board anyway. All right, drum roll. So the question here is whether or not I strip the bark off of that and leave that live edge. And the other question is do I mill a matching pair, or do I try to split that down the middle on my table saw? I don't know how I'd flip it over. Man, Let me knock that bark off of there. I clamp that one up if I can't find a way to hold it up. So normally I would do this two-handed, right? And I'd be in there aggressively, but doing this for the video. Everything when you video for YouTube takes you 3 times longer. one hand working is tough work, let me tell you. All right, let's see if I can get this up. Watch the struggle. The struggle's real. Make sure you like and subscribe. I need the company. I'm still going to make videos if nobody subscribes, just so I could keep track of my own work. All right, so you guys get the idea. I'm going to have to put my phone down. It overheats anyway. It's over 100 today, middle of September. All right, I don't know if you've watched me do those bark before, but after I peel it off there, I power wash it and wire brush it, sometimes an electric brush, and then it's reasonably clean. So, all right, like and subscribe if I haven't already said it in this episode. I chop these all up, so I never know if I say it once, twice, or 3 times, but I do appreciate the company. This is Steve, 1,000 Year Home.